multi-world record holder and author, but most important to me, one of my besties, it's Fran Capo. Hello, adventure correspondent.
Hello, how are you? I love your studio, by the way, I have to say that. So Donna, obviously as the adventure correspondent, there's not much adventure to be doing unless you figure out a new way with COVID. So I decided let's check out the RV world because it meets all the qualifications of COVID. What can you do? You're safe, you're in your own bed, you've got your own food there, you don't have to worry about, who came in, you're UVing the thing down there. It's cost efficient and it's safe because you're cooking your own food, you don't have to worry. And it's not that, it's renting an RV, we did it for 17 days, only cost like $3,000.
Wow.
For 17 days. And
nice.
It depends if somebody wants to say, well, what kind of RV would I want to rent, right? It depends what you want to do. So if you want to go to a state park, you can't get an RV that's more than 35 feet. Why? Because when they had the state parks initially, they didn't have RVs bigger than 35 feet. They didn't say, oh, one day people are going to make 50, feet RVs. So then you would have to rent outside in the campgrounds. But if you want to go off grid, and let's say you want to just go out into the wilds, there's one family that's going all over Australia, 6 months, not meeting people, seeing kangaroos or whatever they're seeing, right? You have to have solar powered, okay, and your own generator because and also, the stuff, you go to the bathroom, it's got to go somewhere. And so when you're in a campground, you could dump it in the dumpsters, you have electric, you have lights, but if you're off grid, you have to have an RV that could sustain itself without being plugged into something.
Okay.
So there are Class A, Class B, Class C. Class A is like driving a bus. Okay.
And do you need a special CDL license to do that?
No, not for that. But if you go above a certain amount of feet, and if you've never driven one, I didn't drive. We rented a 35-foot, right? From Cruise America, we have rented it, right? 35 feet. Steve, who is a truck driver, my husband, in a previous life, so he said, oh, you'll be fine. I said, I've never driven anything bigger than, my Jeep. And he's like, so we go into a parking lot. He goes, and I swear, I drove 1 foot. He goes, good, go to the right, go to the, I go, let me at least make a right turn and a left turn. He goes, you're good for the highway. I go, boy, maybe the people on the highway don't think so. But so I was driving self-contained. Now the thing is, when you do a Class C, which is what we rented, it has everything in it. It has a little kitchen, has a little shower, has the bed, right? You should look how long you're going to be in an RV and look at the shower. My husband is not a small man, okay? He said, oh, yeah, it has a shower. This is good. He goes in the shower.
Right.
If I was in the shower and went like this, my elbows were touching. He's trying to go in the shower. I didn't know you have to keep the shower door, just put the shower curtain, then close the door, or the water leaks out. So he did. He's in there. He's turning. I hear the curtain turning, and it's getting stuck on his, he's turning. There's no shelf to put the soap. It's dripping down, and I hear him going, oh, no. Oh, yeah, he was saying other stuff, but we're on TV. And he's bending down. I'm like, he is having a hard time here. I'm trying to put stuff in the microwave, the eggs exploding. You have to learn how to live in a smaller space.
You become friends with your RV.
Right, exactly. But if you're going to do it for long, some people are actually moving into RVs.
Okay.
You could you could buy RVs from $500,000 and up, like the price of a house.
Okay.
But it has everything there: washer, dryer, drawer space, desk area, king size bed, and it is a good alternative because you could travel anywhere. And the second you go, oh, I don't like this place, turn on the ignition and drive away. RVs are the thing now during COVID. It has gone up so much that they don't even have stock in the place. But you should try it out first. There's a place called Outdoorsy, Cruise America, Camping World. And you could just try it out, take your family safely around so you're not stuck going, when am I leaving this house because of COVID? And, so this is one way they can get out there and do it.
Well, congratulations for taking on a new adventure because you've done so many adventures. So is RV going to be featured in your new book?
Yes,
Lovely.
Number 22.
Okay.
But speaking of books, Donna, because I'm going to be on the road so much, I wanted to give you a little parting gift because they may not see you for a while.
Even this wrapping paper looks like your personality.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Fran. There's nothing that you do that's plain, ordinary. That's what I love about our friendship is that you bring zest to my life. So
and I said Donna's going to appreciate this wrapping paper. I knew that. Yeah.
So I'm going to try
I'd like to say I made it myself, but I didn't.
It's really beautiful, and I should save it, but I'm not going to save it.
Don't save it because we don't have enough time. Just open it. But this is a special.
Oh, Franny!
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so all of you in the audience that have watched our show for a while. Oh, Fran,
Yes.
I can't cry. My makeup will get upset, and then Jacqueline will be like, no, and oh my gosh. This is so, okay, so there's the red and the yellow rose. So when I started the show 12 years ago, Fran was the co-host and on with me all the time. We went to a restaurant to celebrate, and there was a red rose and a yellow rose on the table, and it represented our mothers.
Exactly.
And this is our book.
Donna and Franny, dreams come true, because all the things that I've gone for in life, I've gotten, and you do too, and it's all of our adventures, Donna.
And she wrote me a love letter too. Everybody should have a friend like this. If you have a friend, just make sure that you acknowledge them in an old-fashioned, like, yearbook kind of way. Oh, Fran, this is fantastic. And if you want to see more of this, well, I'm going to share pictures and thoughts on my social media. Oh, wow.
It's our whole from the beginning of our relationship.
When I fell out of the boat at your birthday, when we went whitewater rafting.
Even up to the point where I gave you the elephant when I came to the studio to look.
This is magical.
You know, I know you look at it.
David Brenner moment, all these things, and the TEDx's. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Love you dearly.
Yeah.
Wow, stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here with Fran Capo. I'm Donna Drake. Be a good friend. I have plenty, and I consider you my friend too. Thanks for watching.